Hello everyone, welcome to EduTap and welcome to the Finance 360-degree sessions in which we cover all the relevant and important finance current affairs and the RBI notifications which are important from your exam point of view. In today's session, we are going to cover three very important news articles. The first one is regarding the new UPI feature that is proposed by the Reserve Bank of India. The second news article is regarding the resident entities permitted to hedge their exposures to price risk of gold. So what is this notification that has been recently released by the Reserve Bank of India? We are going to understand the complete idea about this notification and this news article. Okay, the third news article is regarding the Digital India Trust Agency that is going to be the new initiative of the RBI. So these three news articles, they are very important from the exam point of view. You at least need to have the basic of the idea about these news articles. So let's get started. But before that, do subscribe to our YouTube channel of EduTap as well as join our Telegram channel where you are going to get the PDF of the session. Okay, and the link for the Telegram channel is provided in the description box below. So starting with the first news article, that is enabling UPI for cash deposit facility. I hope many of you have seen these machines. They are the cash deposit machines. They are the cash deposit machines that are used for the cash deposit. So before in the 2014, 2015, you must have seen that there used to be long queues of people that want to deposit their money with the banks. Okay, so in the bank branches, you must have seen that there used to be long queues of the people that were going to the bank for depositing their cash. But now there are the cash deposit machines facility that has been provided through these machines that are near your homes, that are even present in the bank branches as well as they are near your homes also. Through these machines, you can easily deposit your cash. So like there are the ATMs for the withdrawal of the cash. Similarly, the cash deposit machines have been introduced for the deposit of the cash. Okay, so the cash deposit machines, they are deployed by the banks to enhance the customer convenience as well as reduce the cash handling load on the bank branches. Okay, so now the facility of cash deposit, this is presently available only through the use of debit cards. That is, the UPI is not being used for the cash deposit through these cash deposit machines. The UPI facility is not available in the cash deposit machines. That using the UPI, currently you cannot deposit your cash in these cash deposit machines. While if you have seen that in the ATMs, you can withdraw the cash even without the debit cards through using the UPI. Using the UPI, you can withdraw the cash in the ATMs. So similar facility is being proposed by the Reserve Bank of India for the cash deposit machines also. So given the popularity and acceptance of the UPI as also the benefits that has been seen from the availability of UPI for cardless withdrawal at the ATM. So there is the cardless withdrawal of the cash at the ATMs that has been made available through the usage of the UPI. So the same facility is being proposed now for the cash deposit machines also. For the cash deposit facility also, there is the proposal of using the UPI so that the card cloning and the such kind of data theft can be reduced. Okay, so in the card deposit machines for the cash, in the cash deposit machines for the cash deposit, there will be the there is the proposal that has been given by the Reserve Bank of India that there should be the usage of the UPI, and the Reserve Bank of India has given this proposal in the Statement on Developmental and Regulatory Policies document of April 2024. So soon the Reserve Bank of India is going to release the detailed guidelines in regards to the usage of UPI for the cash deposit and for the cash deposit machines. Okay, now the second news article is the hedging of gold price risk in the OTC market in IFSC. Let's say you are a jeweler and you want to buy 20 grams of gold. You want to buy 20 grams of gold, but you do not have the money right now, or you do not want to buy it right now. So you want to buy it after 3 months, that is in July. But you know that if the price is 60,000 right now, the price might be 90,000, 1 lakh, 1.5 lakh after the 3 months. In July, you are expecting that the prices are going to rise above 90,000, maybe 1 lakh, maybe 1.2 lakh. So you want to reduce your risk. You want to reduce your risk. That is hedging. Hedging means that you want to reduce your risk. Okay, so we will understand this news article, but before that, we need to understand the definition, that is hedging. The activity, hedging is the activity of undertaking a derivative transaction to reduce an identifiable and the measurable risk. That is, you want to reduce your risk. You want to reduce your risk. It is the identifiable risk. That is, after 3 months in July, the prices will be increased for the gold. So that is, right now the prices are 60,000. In July, you want to buy 20 grams of gold. Now that you are expecting that the prices will be more than 90,000. So what you can do, that you can come into a future contract. You can come into a future contract that on 31st July, this is a future contract that on 31st July, 20 grams of gold you will buy for 90,000, for 80,000, let's say. Okay, so now you will want to get into this contract because you know that the prices are going to go above 90,000 in July. Okay, so you are getting into this contract that, okay, you are reducing your risk. That is, on 31st July, you will be able to buy the 20 grams of gold for 80,000 while you are expecting that the prices will be more than even 90,000. So this future contract is kind of providing you the safety that you will be able to buy the gold at 80,000 rupees rather than 90,000, rather than 1 lakh or 1.2 lakh. Okay, so derivatives, these kind of contracts, they are derivatives. Derivative is a financial security. It is a financial contract with a value that is reliant on an underlying asset. So the derivative derive its value from an underlying asset. The underlying asset is gold here. Okay, so the future contract that is on 31st July, you are going to buy 20 grams of gold for 80,000. So this is a future contract. This is a future contract is a type of derivative. So this is a financial contract. This is a derivative that is deriving its value from the gold. Okay, now the eligible entities that can do these kind of derivatives, they are the eligible entities refers to residents other than individuals. Okay, so it has been said by the Reserve Bank of India, RBI has taken the decision to allow the hedging of the gold price risk. Hedging of the gold price risk means to reduce the gold price risk, you can do the hedging in the IFSC using more tools. So before also it was allowed that you can hedge the gold price risk in IFSC, but there were lesser tools that were available at that time. Now more tools have been made available. So which are those tools? That let's understand them. So see, these are the financial derivatives, that is the futures, forwards, options. The swaps are also the financial derivatives. So there are 4 kinds of financial derivatives: futures, forwards, options, and swaps. Now swaps, they are usually used for the interest rate risk management or for the exchange rate risk hedging. So swaps are usually used for those. Okay, for the gold price, risk, for the hedging of the gold price risk, there is a usage of these kind of derivatives that can happen. So until now, the resident entities such as the jewelers and such, they were permitted to hedge their exposure to price risk of gold on exchanges in the IFSC. Okay, like we have the NSE, the National Stock Exchange, and the Bombay Stock Exchange. Similarly, there are the exchanges in the IFSC, in the International Financial Services Center, which is regulated by the International Financial Services Center Authority. So we only have one IFSC in our country, that is present in Gujarat. That is the GIFT IFSC, that is the Gujarat International Finance Tech City. In this we have a IFSC, GIFT IFSC. Okay, so it has been said by the Reserve Bank of India that the resident entities such as the jewelers and such, that are not the individuals, we can say. So resident entities other than individuals such as the company, the jewelers, the Kanishk, there are different jewelers that are present. So they can reduce the risk. They can reduce the risk of the gold price on the exchanges, such as we have the NSE, BSE in our country. Similarly, there are the exchanges in the IFSC, in the International Financial Services Center, that is regulated or recognized by the IFSCA. So we have only one IFSC in our country. So that is the GIFT IFSC. The GIFT IFSC. In that, the exchanges that are present, in those exchanges, using the futures and options, because the futures and options, these are the financial derivatives that are traded on exchanges. So resident entities, that are the companies, the jewelers, they were permitted to reduce their risk of the gold price on the exchanges using the futures and the option derivatives in the IFSC. In the IFSC, that is the GIFT IFSC, that is recognized by the IFSC. Okay, So now what about the forwards? So these are the contracts that are traded on the over the counter. That means they are not traded on the exchanges. So see, what is the difference between futures and forwards? First of all, futures, they are standardized in nature. They are standardized in nature. That means there is the definite date that has been provided to you, the quantity that has been provided to you, the amount that has been provided to you. Okay. So this is, you have to trade it on 31st July, 30 grams. If you want to buy, you have to buy 30 grams on 31st July for 1.6 lakh. But you do not want to buy 30 grams. You do not have the capacity to buy 30 grams. You only want to buy 20 grams. And you do not want to buy it on 31st July. You have the requirement. You want to buy it on 15th July. And you do not want to buy it for 1.6 lakh. Let's say you want to buy it for like 80,000. So this is the forward. That is a customized contract. So futures, they are the contract. This future contracts, they are the financial contracts. They are the agreements to buy or sell an asset on a future date, and they are standardized in nature. They are traded on the exchanges. But the forwards, they are customized in nature. They are like the future contracts that are not traded on the exchanges. So forwards, they are future contracts that are not traded on the exchanges. They are actually traded. The forwards are traded on the over-the-counter markets. Okay. Each forward contract is a custom contract between the two parties. So they are customized in nature. If you want to buy 10 grams, you can buy 10 grams. If the price will be changed, the date can be changed. But in the futures, the standardized contracts are there. In the forwards, the customized contracts are there. Futures are traded on the exchanges. Forwards are traded on the over the counter. Now options, they are also traded on exchanges. But the option, like in the future, you have to buy it. If you have given the order, you have to buy it on 31st July. But in the case of options, this stock option gives you the right but not the obligation. So you have bought an option contract that if you want to buy the gold of 30 grams for 1.6 lakh on 31st July, you can buy it. But if you do not want to buy it, you will not be obligated to buy it. So option provides you a kind of right but not the obligation to buy or sell the asset on the expiration date. If you have bought the future, that means you have to undertake the transaction. But if you have bought the option, so it is providing you the option. That if you want to buy it, you can. If you do not want to buy it, you have not to. Okay. So options, if you are buying the option to buy the gold on the future date, you have the option available with you. So resident entities such as the jewelers, such as the resident entities are the residents other than the individuals. They were permitted to hedge their exposure. They were permitted to reduce their risk related to the gold price on the exchanges in the IFSC. So now you know that on the exchanges in the IFSC, only the futures and the options can be, these are the derivatives that can be sold. To reduce your risk, you can only buy the futures or the options. So the forwards were not available to you. Okay. So on the exchanges, only the futures and options were being traded. So now it has been said by the Reserve Bank of India that with its new notification, the RBI has allowed the resident entities that are other than the individual, the residents other than the individuals, to hedge the price of gold in the over-the-counter segment in the IFSC. That is, now you can also use the forwards that are customizable in nature. Okay. So to provide further flexibility to the resident entities to hedge their exposure to price risk of gold, that if you want to reduce your risk of the gold price, now you can use the over-the-counter derivative, that is forward, also to reduce your risk, other than in addition to using the derivatives on the exchanges such as the futures and the options. So this is the idea. So now I hope you have understood that the RBI has taken the decision to allow the hedging of the gold price risk to reduce your risk in regards to the gold price in the IFSC using different tools such as the futures, forwards and options. Because before, only the futures and options, these were the tools that were available to you. But now it has been said that even the over-the-counter market instrument, that is the forward, derivatives will also be allowed to you, okay, will also be available to you to reduce your risk in regards to the gold. So now coming to the next news article, Reserve Bank considers establishing a Digital India Trust Agency. Okay, as part of the RBI's effort to curb the growing cyber fraud, the Reserve Bank is considering establishing a Digital India Trust Agency so that it can stop, the RBI can stop the mushrooming, the pop-up of the illegal lending apps. There are many of the illegal lending apps that are originating as the digital lending platforms are becoming popular and the people are getting enticed to get the easy loans through these digital lending apps. There are many of the illegal lending apps that are coming up that have no backup from the regulated entities. They have no backup from any of the registered banks or the NBFCs. So they are working in an illegal manner. So to stop the mushrooming of such illegal lending apps that are charging exuberant interest rate and they are working in an illegal manner, so to stop such kind of illegal digital lending apps, the proposed agency, Digital India Trust Agency, is considered to be established by the Reserve Bank of India, which will enable verification. So the Digita will enable the verification of the digital lending apps and maintain a public register of the verified apps. So Digita will verify the digital lending apps and will also maintain a public registry of the verified apps. This verification process would ensure apps comply with the regulations and they operate ethically. So the Digita will be the one that will be verifying the digital lending apps and will be maintaining the registry, and the verification process will also ensure that the regulations are being followed by the lending apps. Okay, only verified apps would receive a Digita approved seal, making them easily identifiable by the borrowers, and the borrowers will be able to see that okay, these apps are Digita approved. That means they are following the rules and regulations, they are working in the ethical manner, and these apps are not identified by the Digita. That means they are unauthorized apps. Okay. So meanwhile, the Reserve Bank of India has also shared a list of 442 unique digital lending apps with the IT Ministry to whitelist with Google. That means these are the apps that are working under the regulations. They are working ethically, so they are the good digital lending apps. Besides, Google has already removed over 2,200 digital lending apps from its App Store from September 2022 to August 2023. So you can see that how fast the digital lending apps, the illegal digital lending platforms are popping up, that the RBI has to stop now to reduce, to curb the growing cyber fraud that can arise from these illegal lending apps. Okay, so this is the other news article. Now this is the question in front of you. I hope you will be easily able to answer this question. A very easy question for you now, that RBI has released a recent notification for the resident entities. Now you have to tell that which kind of hedging is permitted and using over-the-counter derivatives and such. Okay. The next news article is regarding the goal of the Digita. So you have to tell that which of the following is the goal of the Digita. Next is the cash deposit machine. So which of the following is the correct? Is completing the statement here, so that you have to find. Okay, so this is it. Thank you very much. Do give the right answer of the homework questions. I hope you will be able to give the right answer of all the 3 questions. Very easy news articles, but they were important. Direct questions can come from the proposals of the RBI or the steps that the RBI is taking. Okay, so thank you very much, and they are also important for your understanding perspective. So thank you very much. Have a good weekend. Okay.